August 14th, 2012, tour of my Bay State kitchen garden. I've been digging potatoes, down to a couple patches left, and I recently dug some russet potatoes. Started from just 2 pounds of seed potatoes I got from a local vegetable stand, and I got 20 pounds out of them. Some of these babies are enormous. Check that out. Beautiful productivity from this little bed. Over here, red onions. Their tops are falling over, which means they're ready to harvest. Nice big ones, too. Behind that, some peppers that are very productive. In this bed, we've got mortgage lifter tomatoes that I've been picking, and over here, lots of celebrity in this pot. In Saul's garden, seascape strawberries that are just knocking out strawberries day after day. Absolutely delicious. Rhubarb's looking a little worse for wear, but I'm keeping it watered. And here we've got some self-seeded sunflowers and some squash. This is delicata. I've got a bunch of patches of delicata. Some of them have gotten fungus and aren't doing well, but others are. This will be enough to give me some good squash. Ripening mortgage lifters. This is the bed full of peppers and tomatoes. I've been picking them in masses. Pickling a lot of these peppers. These are the Hungarian hot peppers. Okay, maybe I let these guys go a little big in here. It's tough to keep up on the patty pan squash. The trombone squash has been slowing down productivity, which is just as well. Lots more tomatoes in here. I'll be picking and making sauce and freezing them. There's some sun gold and more celebrity. Amaranth, very beautiful in contrast in color with all the greens. Butternut squash patch coming along. I just cut back a cover crop in here of buckwheat that I'm going to be digging in. This was a former potato patch. Lots more tomatoes. Look at those. Great season because we haven't had too much rain at the wrong time, so we haven't gotten a lot of fungus. The asparagus is growing well. I'll be eating some next year. Back in here, I've dug a lot of the dragon tongue beans, and they're starting with a second crop. And the raspberries are coming in. I'm going to be picking a bunch tonight. I have to pick every day to keep the birds from getting them all. I just picked the ripe ones, the perfect ones. Lots more peppers. I've got to pickle them and give them away because there are just so many. The zucchini is very productive too. Better pick that one. It's getting big. We don't want any baseball bats. Going into the fenced garden. Yes, we have moonflowers. Oh, I wish you could smell it. It's so fragrant. Lots of basil. I'm going to be cutting a bunch of this back tomorrow and making a big batch of pesto to freeze. Late crop of beans here. Masai in a pot. Carrots that are still coming along, and actually I'll just pop one out to show you. We'll be eating these. Fall lettuce is sprouting, and I've got to step back for this. We got about a 16-foot high sunflower here in the garden. I love it. It's a beauty. Leaving that for the birds to enjoy. Really colorful Swiss chard. And we're heading over to the butternut squash playpen. I had to build this structure to protect it from the rabbits and the woodchucks. I hope I'll get a bunch of squash out of it. Right now I'm getting a lot of male flowers. I hope it's going to start making some females. We have plenty of bees, so I don't know why we're not getting more food in there. More red onions. More delicata squash. There's a nice sized one coming along. And another patch of potatoes here, dying back These are rose fins. I'll be digging those shortly. We can take a peek and see what's in there. Big ones. Check that out. They always look so funny. So what it's all about now is harvesting everything at the peak and not letting the fruit get overripe or too big, freezing lots of it, pickling it, and having some great food to eat over the winter. That's August in the Bay State Kitchen Garden.